Well, good morning, Vietnam. It's Wednesday, the 13th of May, about 2, no, 4, 4:20 in the morning. Blaze it. I just got off the phone with my call-in line from where I'm working at this chicken farm. I had to call out because I put two 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 orders. I don't know, you call it an order or what do you call it? I got two Ubers back to back, and both of them canceled. I started at like I woke up at like 3, took a quick shower, shaved my face, shaved off my eyebrows again, got dressed in the same clothes that I wear pretty much all week because I try not to wash. I try not to have too much to wash on the weekends. Ate some I at 3:40 I put my first request in for Uber. It was a wait and save. I grabbed that one because it was only like $13. I only had $30 left in my bank account. I said, alright, I'll do that, wait and save. At 5 o'clock, or no, at 4 o'clock, the application chimes. I look at that, I look down expecting to see how long I have to wait for my ride to come through. And it says that things are busy right now, and that I have to get a different ride. Like, it just completely threw me off. Like, it didn't even do anything for me. It just took my money and left me with no ride. So I tried again. This time I got Uber X, and it did the same thing. After about 5-10 minutes, the application chimed. I looked down and it said that I have to pick a different option. And the fares, of course, go up exponentially from like, the first fare was like $13, the second fare was like $16, but now it's like $30, and it says the fares are higher right now because it's busier than usual. And that's absolute bullshit, because this is Greenville, South Carolina. And if you look outside at 4 o'clock in the morning, there is nobody on the road. People don't wake up in this town until like the sun comes up. Literally. There is literally nobody out there. So, and yesterday, my Uber came from Greer, came from a completely different part of South Carolina, in which she had to travel over 20 minutes to get to me. She was complaining about how and why she had to go from all the way over there to pick me up, and I'm literally on the far end of the city I'm in, when there are countless drivers that we pass just sitting in parking lots near where I live, near the center of town. So now I had to call out of work. Last week I had to call out of work on Wednesday because I ate too much fucking peppers and I couldn't get up. Today I had to call out of work because my fucking rides wouldn't come through for me. And missing a day of work for me, like, that shoots me in the foot. Really, it does, because that's like $100 off of my already ridiculously shoestring budget that I'm barely staying afloat on. And, fortunately I have an understanding boss, but I texted him, told him what was going on. I haven't heard back from him yet, and I know that, I've been missing these days. Last week I missed a day, this week I missed a day. I'm really trying not to miss any fucking days, so what I'm thinking is I'm just going to buy an electric scooter instead of food this week. I'll pay for my rent, which is ridiculously high for the hotel I'm staying at. And I'll just buy an electric scooter on top of that if I have the means. And just figure out how to be hungry for a week or whatever. But at least I'll be able to get back and forth to work. In other news, I did get the number of that weird supervisor that I have. Found out he's not actually my supervisor. Not sure what capacity he is, like what our professional relationship is. He's somebody who tells me what to do and watches over me. In my mind, I'd call that a supervisor. I asked him on Monday, I said, are you one of my supervisors? And he didn't really want to answer that question. He was like, you're in my way, get out of my way. And so I asked him again, I was like, did you hear me? I said, are you one of my supervisors? He was like, no, I ain't no supervisor, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I met up with him after work, after the shift was over. He's sitting down at the table with all of his work buddies, and his pants are like almost completely off. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, his ass is completely hanging out of his pants. Like, just ass just totally hanging out. And I sit down next to him, and I'm like, hey, Mister, whatever like, I'm not going to say his name, but I'm putting Mister on front of it to be deliberately diminutive, and putting a modicum of respect into his how's the best way to say it? Whatever. I'm just trying to be polite. Trying to think of the smart word there. Anyways, he ignores me. I mean, like, I am like right next to him and projecting my voice, and he's like deliberately ignoring me. I have to like say his name 4 or 5 times until one of his work buddies looked up from whatever he was doing, like looked at me, kind of was like, fuck, and it was like, yo, man, this guy's trying to talk to you. And the guy like looked up and he's like, oh, TJ, didn't see you there. What can I do for you? I was like, let me get your numbers so that way, in case I go to the bathroom, like I did last Friday, and you need to come and get me, you just shoot me a text instead of like running in there and calling my name, like that whole situation. That's happened multiple times in the past year and a half that I've worked for this company. I didn't say all that, but I said, like, let me get your number so that way, like, if in case something like last Friday happens again, you could just shoot me a text. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I got you. So I finally got his phone number, so that way, this weird tension, this weird anger, or whatever, this hostility that's between us, I can hopefully, in a respectful and professional, polite manner, dissipate that by clearly communicating with him and finding out what exactly his expectations are for me as an employee. So I really do. When I'm on the line, I do 110%. Like, I put my back into this. It is no joke. I exhaust myself. Nobody else puts the work in like the way I do. I exhaust myself. And he'll come through and rub my nose in the one tiny little mistake that I make. Whereas if anybody else on the line screws up, they get a free pass. So I kind of want to bridge this gap here and communicate, kind of try to hopefully dispel any notions or suspicions that I might be harboring personally, because I'm feeling some kind of way about how my performance is just completely tanked based off of one mistake. Like, I'm feeling like I have to be like this perfect, almost robotic level employee, whereas everybody else gets to make mistakes and gets to do whatever they want, and I get all this fucking pressure put on me to like be perfect in this factory job that I'm clinging on to with tooth and nail. I don't know. It's only Wednesday. Yeah, it's been a tough week. This is ridiculous. And fuck Uber for fucking me over today. Not only did they take $30 out of my pocket, which is now floating around in cyberspace, I won't get that back till next week. I'm out $100. I don't get paid for today. Fuck them. It's hard not to go Travis Bickle on that shit, you know what I'm saying? Alright, updates. I just got done texting my boss. He said go ahead and come in, which means I have to walk 8 miles to get to work, which means it's gonna take me about 2.5 hours to get there. He said don't fuck up your check for next week. So just get here when you get here. If I get there before 7, I don't lose my bonus. But I'm probably gonna lose my bonus. That's alright. At least I'll get more money. Maybe I'll have like $500 next week. Maybe I'll be able to eat. Who knows? But yeah, I'm heading out. So keep social distance.